So a lot of people are talking about the economy. They're saying the economy is slowing down. Economic numbers are showing that we're diverging from the U.S. economy. They're showing that our overall GDP is starting to slow down. It's not meeting expectations. I think everything's cyclical. I think right now it's going to take a long time for this to iron out. Nothing's going to get built. Launches aren't going to be successful. Nobody's going to be able to make sense of it all. It's going to drive the resale market up eventually, because eventually there's just going to be too many people and we're not going to have enough housing again. Like, I mean, who knows how long that takes, but that's coming. I know the resale condo market right now has got a lot of inventory, but everything's cyclical. And then everyone will say, all right, let's build some more housing. Let's go. Let's line up at the sales centers.
Well, that's
again.
what I'm asking.
But it's going to be a while until that comes back, in my opinion.
Is it going to be the same behavior again?
I think it might be, man. If there's one thing, if there's one thing I've learned from my short stint in this industry, it's like never bet against human greed, like never. Okay, people have very short memories. In 2017, people got hosed on freehold pre-construction in Oakville, in Kleinburg, in Vaughan, and then they did it again. Okay,
right.
This cycle, like they did it again. Like, and we're not talking about a 10-year window, like a 10-year market cycle. We're talking about like just this isolated time in 2017 where it happened, and then like it happened right again. You know,
and then even recently, while we were all saying it was happening, they were lining up again in Milton while we were talking about
exactly
thing, right?
Yeah.
What a craziness.
So
you don't underestimate the greed of the consumer, which is insatiable. You know, people want to make quick money. And so they hear their friend made money. They hear it's a great idea. They read a book, whatever it is, and they hear it's, the pitch, and they say, I gotta have it. And if they see other people lining up for it, man, it's over. Once someone starts lining up again at a sales center and those worksheets are coming in oversubscribed, it's over. The market's back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think so too.
What a mess. What a mess.
Really?
So like things aren't moving, right? So that's, you've talked about that ad nauseum. I know, I get it. We got obviously the Bank of Canada announcement next week. Okay. So a lot of people are talking about the economy. They're saying the economy is slowing down. Economic numbers are showing that we're diverging from the U.S. economy. They're showing that our overall GDP is starting to slow down. It's not meeting expectations. What does an interest rate decrease if they lower rates 0.25%, 0.5 point, whatever they decide to do? What does that even do? Does that even affect the market in any way?
It affects sentiment. And the GTA buying pool is a very forward-looking buying pool, right? They like to anticipate things. We know this because they are willing to pay $1,800 a square foot on Church Street. So we know that they're forward-looking, and we know that they're always trying to beat the punch, right? And that's why things change so quickly on a dime, I think, is because when you detach so far from income levels, I think people tend to, and when you're in a country where nobody really buys stocks, this is like how they plan to grow their wealth tends to be real estate, right? For most Canadians, that's most of their plan. They tend to be very forward looking. So I don't think pre-construction is going to come back on a 1/4 point. Like, it's just the price of pre-construction is just way too high. But I think people might be surprised by a pickup in resale market activity. But also I have no idea. I have really no idea.
Yeah. Me too.
So we'll see. I mean, it's going to be fun to watch.
It's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, the beauty of the bear market is, man, it gives you so much time to do other stuff. Like, I'm over here building 3D models. I get to play. It's like I'm playing Lego. You know what I mean? It's fun. I'm over here improving the website and doing all these different things, none of which make me money, but like, it's a good time. And when the market was super busy, I didn't have time for any of this. There's no time to build a 3D model, right? Who cares? We're signing multiple deals a day. We don't have time for that.
Sure. Optimistic outlook.
Yeah, but listen, from that, who knows? Like, this podcast came from sheer boredom when the pandemic struck, right?
Look at us now.
And look at us now. Now we have 4 people watching us every week, and we get to talk to Jordan Skrinko every few months. But like,
you can tell honestly, if we're busy or not by whether or not we've got skits and other
that's right
jazz on the show. Then business is slow. But If it's just a podcast, we're busy. We're up to something.
I've
I
never
mean,
been so busy actually in the last like 6-8 months.
I'll be honest with Jordan. I'm kind of glad that I kind of dabble in both like detached and condo sales, resale. I do like land development stuff, like I feel like because land is dead, so that's not really going anywhere, but detached houses are still doing good. We're still selling those. People are still, and I feel like the model of like, hey, be a specialist is amazing when the market is, in your favor. But like if you specialize in land right now, you're not making any sales. If you're doing pre-con only right now, you're barely making any sales, right? And so it becomes one of those moments, when you look at your business model and you kind of just go like, what makes sense? Now, when you're the pre-con expert, then pre-con's moving, you're doing more business than everybody else. When you're the land guy and you got that niche market, right?
Who the hell's buying pre-con right now? And where
End
are they
users.
buying? End users? Is it standing inventory? Did anybody launch recently?
Yeah, standing inventory.
Standing inventory.
We did a handful of large deals at Bellwood's house for end users recently.
Your favorite deal?
We did some big assignment deals at like Chateau by Tridel. We did, like end users are buying pre-con. All I have to do is look at the search volume on our website, so people searching for new condos in Toronto, it's down about 60-70%. And then you look at the notes in the CRM and you go, all these people are end users, right? So they're just shopping options in their neighborhood. They're not necessarily going to buy pre-con. They're just trying to get a feel for, do I want pre-con? Do I want resale? Like I'm looking for a big unit with a terrace or whatever. So it's all end users looking at pre-con right now for the most part.
I guess it's a nice time to be in that position because you have options for a change.
Yeah. And people will extend your cooling period to 30 days if you want. They'll make the floor plan modifications. You can visit 2-3 sales centers on the weekend, take the floor plans home, think about it for 2 weeks. Your unit's going nowhere, you don't have to reserve
We'll hold it
it.
for you. We'll hold it for you. Don't worry about it.
It's like $50. You'll be fine.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you got anything from one of these clips. And if you want to see some more,
Press something on the screen here. Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.